Hi, my name is Christian Sullivan, and I am one of the student event staff members from Chico State Town Hall meeting. Thank you for taking your time out to record this interview with us. And we're excited to spend some few minutes talking to you about learning experience with lobby government officials. To get us started, would you please tell us your name, occupation, and a bit about your experience with political activism?
Yeah, thanks, Christian. Glad to be here. My name's Kiana Valentine. I am a lobbyist. I am actually a partner at a lobbying and consulting firm in Sacramento. And my political activism really has been centered around career experience. So just through work and lobbying state officials in Sacramento as a job, I didn't really do too much campaign or other activity outside of that. So really my work is focused and centered on legislative activity in Sacramento.
Okay, thank you for that. What can you tell us about lobby government officials, and how committed are you to your overall efficiency of this action?
Yeah, very committed. I have made my career out of it, actually. I think, lobbying elected officials can take many forms, and as technology and pandemic impacts the way we communicate with people, it is an evolving thing. There's direct lobbying, having one-on-one meetings with people, just like we're doing, but in person. There's virtual lobbying, like we could do over Zoom, and we've in fact done a lot of since the pandemic hit. There's lobbying as an individual. There's lobbying as part of coalitions where like-minded organizations, groups, businesses, etc., come together to try to influence policy or budget decisions. Let's see. Sorry, you were saying? So tell us about
that's all good.
Officials. Just making sure I'm getting to everything. I think I'll just share briefly that when I graduated Chico State, I had no interest in being a lobbyist. I wanted to be a policy wonk, working in the background, doing research, formulating policy directives, and just being part of the machine behind the scenes. But as I developed into my career and started working with lobbyists, I really realized how important a role they play political and policy system. And so I'm very passionate about it. I think I personally work on behalf of a lot of public sector clients, local governments, and they're part of the government system. And so telling their story, educating elected officials about the role local governments play, and then advocating on behalf of their needs is a really powerful and exciting.
Oh, great, thank you. So what are some tips that you can share successfully using this action? And can you share any success stories that you've had using this action?
Yeah, I think my biggest tip in terms of lobbying government officials is to really have a command of the issue that you're working on. And so to do your research and do your homework and come in prepared to provide research, real life examples of an issue that you think are powerful, important pieces of information that might sway the elected official in the direction that you want them to sway. So for instance, one of the biggest successes of my career was advocating over a number of years for the passage of a bill called SB1 in 2017, and that is the Road Repair and Accountability Act, also known as a gas tax increase, which is not an easy thing to pass by a 2/3 majority vote in the legislature, and to convince elected officials who have to go back to their districts and ask for re-election to ask them to increase taxes. But we were able to successfully do that because we went district by district and tried to understand the challenges that those communities were facing and how our solution would close the gap, would help fix those challenges. And then it became real for those elected officials. They weren't talking about a listening to or thinking about a theoretical problem and a solution, they were faced with, we were able to paint a picture of a real problem and a real solution, and hand them those solutions. So I think to successfully lobby government officials, you should do your homework, know what you're talking about, and just try to present the information in a manner that is meaningful to the constituency and community that they represent.
Wow, thank you. Is there anything else would you like to share with us?
Well, let me just say briefly, we talked about how technology and the pandemic is impacting how we lobby government officials. It was surprising to me in the last few years how much information I actually get off Twitter, including the actual goings on in the Capitol at any given moment. So technology is an evolving tool that can be really powerful. And I almost always wrap around any in-person lobbying with some social media and other technologically savvy strategies to sort of really bring home the point. So think about technology, think about social media as a way to help develop a robust lobbying effort.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, Kiana.
Yeah.
And for this interview.
Christian.
It was great.
Absolutely. It was nice to meet you, and look forward to participating in Town Hall next week virtually. Too bad we will not be able to be all together.
Yes, virtual is definitely a difference.
Yeah.
But thank you for that.